when the storm is breaking me. I still stand in your light, I see. Even when the night is long, my heart is steady, you make me strong. I will not fall, I won't depart. Your word is written on my heart. Faith, no matter what comes, I'm holding on. I'm holding on. No, that never will break. Your light in me, your light in me. Oh, when the doubt is closing in, you remind me I'm your child within.
Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today, we are going to get into one of the most familiar stories in history, Luke chapter 2.
It's so familiar.
It is. And we're asking you to maybe set aside what you think you know,
Yeah.
that expert mindset, and really try to see this text with a fresh lens.
That's so important. And this whole deep dive actually pulls from some really incredible notes from a Thursday community quiet time.
Oh, right.
Yeah, it was facilitated by the icomm.CLASSROOM teaching ministry.
Of the Gateway City Church.
That's the one from the ICOC family of churches. And what they found in there was this frame for Luke 2, not as a gentle story, but as a masterclass on divine interruptions.
I love that. A masterclass on divine interruptions.
It completely changes how you read it.
It does. So our mission today is to look at how the Creator's nature, his faithfulness, it's all revealed in these disruptions.
Exactly. And specifically, how YHWH fulfills that ancient promise. You know, the one from Genesis 3.15.
The seed of the woman.
The Satan crusher. He enters the world in this totally unexpected way to reverse everything the first couple did.
And to really get the scale of that reversal, we have to start with the world this was written for. We have to understand Theophilus.
Yes, the original recipient. Luke wasn't just writing into the air. He was writing to a real person living in the Greco-Roman world, a world of, coercion and conquest.
And that world had a really rigid social framework, didn't it?
Oh, completely. It was all about honor and shame, patronage, a really stratified social hierarchy.
And at the very top of that was this idolization of pride and ambition.
Pride, duty, prestige. That was everything. That was success in Rome.
And you can't talk about that without talking about the emperor himself, Augustus Caesar.
Right. Because he wasn't just a ruler. His official title was Divifilius.
The son of the divine.
The son of a god. And Luke's story, this story about the real son of God, is it's a direct challenge to all of that.
Okay, so that makes the opening scene, Luke 2, verse 1, so much more charged.
It really does.
Caesar Augustus decrees a census for taxes, for registration. And it's this huge, top-down human disruption. It forces everyone to travel back to their hometown.
But here's where you see what our source material called the divine choreography. Joseph, he's just being a dutiful subject.
He's just complying.
He's just complying. He travels with a very pregnant Mary, and this journey, this forced journey, is what gets them to Bethlehem.
Fulfilling the prophecy from Micah 5.2, the Messiah had to be born there.
Exactly. So Luke is showing that Caesar, this son of a god who thinks he's running the world,
He's just a pawn.
he's an unwitting pawn in God's much bigger plan. Caesar's decree for his own glory is completely subverted by God's redemptive itinerary.
That's incredible. So the ultimate power isn't in Rome.
Not even close. It's in these ancient covenant promises being faithfully carried out.
Okay, so let's unpack that journey to Bethlehem, because the choices YHWH makes here are just a direct slap in the face to Roman values.
They really are. Look at who he chooses. Mary.
Not a noble woman.
No, not at all. She's a virgin, a submissive teenage girl from a backwater region, Galilee, and the angel tells her she has found favor. In a culture obsessed with status, choosing her is already a huge statement.
And the journey itself, it's about 90 miles.
Roughly 145 kilometers, yeah. On foot, maybe by donkey, with a woman about to give birth. We're talking 4 to 10 days of just brutal hardship.
And the notes we were looking at pointed out something I'd never considered.
What's that?
That the physical strain of that journey could have actually induced her labor.
It's a very real possibility. I mean, God's plan required real physical sacrifice from them. This wasn't some comfortable trip to a birthing suite.
No, this was hardship. Dictated by an emperor, but leveraged by God.
And that hardship leads right into this ultimate moment of divine humility, the birth. This is where the critique of Roman prestige just gets visceral.
Absolutely. Because if a Roman king was born, you'd expect a palace, right?
Pomp, midwives, the whole thing. But what does Jesus get?
No room in the inn. They're literally outside of human hospitality.
A birth in a stable, among animal filth, no professional midwives. And he's wrapped in swaddling cloth.
And that detail, the swaddling cloth, that's key, isn't it?
It is. It's the standard rough wrap for a peasant baby. It is pointedly not the imperial purple cloth of a Roman noble.
So it's poverty as a divine strategy.
Yes. The whole thing is deliberately anti-pomp. And we see it confirmed later, right? They're offering at the temple.
2 turtle doves.
Or pigeons.
Yeah.
The offering specifically designated for people who couldn't afford a lamb. Luke is showing that salvation begins on the floor of a stable in Bethlehem.
An animal feeding trough instead of a golden cradle.
It's a direct challenge to Rome's obsession with wealth.
And if you think about it, if Adam and Eve's fall was about pride, about seizing status, then this humility is the perfect antidote. It's the start of that Satan-crushing reversal.
Humility is the whole foundation. And if God chose the lowest place for the king to arrive, who do you think he chose as the first witnesses?
That brings us to the shepherds, the second big interruption.
He wakes the shepherds, not Caesar. I mean, think about it. Shepherds were despised.
They were on the margins of society.
Totally. Seen as unreliable, unclean, just low-status people.
Yeah.
And their quiet night is just shattered by an angel and the glory of the Lord.
So God just bypasses all the elites, the scholars, the priests, the powerful.
He does. He entrusts the first announcement of the Messiah's birth to these low-class workers. The angel proclaims Evangelion.
Good news.
Good news of great joy for all people. The message itself is for the marginalized.
And their response is just, it's incredible. It's immediate.
It's a blueprint for what the source material called the interruptible life. They go from fear to amazement to actual faith.
And then an unplanned trip to see for themselves.
And then what do they become?
Storytellers. They go and tell everyone, glorifying God.
Which really raises that challenge for you, for us, right? Mm-hmm. Is your life interruptible by God? Mm-hmm. Because if divine appointments are choreographed as interruptions, we have to be ready to pivot. A lot of the reflections from that quiet time mentioned seeing this in their own lives.
That God uses, administrative hassles like the census.
Or a personal crisis, to get you to change direction completely.
And that theme of marginalization just keeps going. The peace on earth message is for the forgotten. Later, we meet Simeon, who says Jesus is a light for the Gentiles.
And Anna, a widow from the marginalized tribe of Asher. Luke is constantly showing God working outside the elite structures.
Okay, so let's jump ahead in about 12 years. Jesus is older, and we get the final huge disruption in this chapter.
The one that really establishes his identity.
Right, and it starts with his parents being devout. They make that 90-mile trip every single year for Passover.
Which is a huge commitment. It shows how much they valued their duty to God.
Yeah.
But then we get that heart-stopping moment for any parent.
He stays behind. They travel for a whole day thinking he's with them.
Can you imagine? 3 days searching for him in a massive, crowded city? The panic.
Just that raw parental terror. And when they finally find him, he's just sitting in the temple courts.
Among the teachers. Listening, asking questions. Astonishing them.
And then we get that exchange. And Mary's question is so human.
It is. Child, why have you treated us like this?
Look, your father and I have been looking for you anxiously. She's appealing to family loyalty.
And Jesus' reply is a declaration of allegiance that just reframes everything.
Why were you searching for me? Didn't you know that I must be in my father's house?
It's not him being a rebellious kid. It's a profound statement of his primary identity. His allegiance to YHWH, his father, comes before every other human tie.
He's basically inviting Mary to remember who he is, to remember the prophecy.
But what's so striking, and this is crucial, is that the story doesn't stop there.
Right. Verse 51, he goes back with them to Nazareth and was obedient to them.
It's so important. It shows that true obedience to God matures through submission, not just through autonomous reason or rebelling against your parents.
Even the Son of God, after declaring his divine mission, humbles himself and submits to his human parents.
He fulfills his duty in that structure until the time was right.
So we've seen the Roman decree, the journey, the manger, the shepherds, the temple. What's the big takeaway? What is Luke asking us today to do with this?
I think it's a massive demonstration of God's covenant faithfulness. All these things that look like, disasters or humiliation.
Logistical nightmares.
Yeah. They're actually God fulfilling his promises.
Yeah.
So the invitation from Luke to Theophilus and to you is to reject the world's values, pride, power, wealth.
Yeah.
They're as big today as they were then.
And instead to choose to live an interruptible life.
It comes back to that central theme. Divine appointments are choreographed as interruptions.
So when we look at the chaos in our own lives, the difficulties, the challenge from those community notes was to see his arm in it.
To see the deeper redemptive plan that God might be working out, even when it just looks like a mess.
The whole chapter, from the manger to the temple, it all hinges on one thing, doesn't it?
Obedience.
Obedience. And since Jesus' whole life ended in the ultimate submission and humiliation of the cross, which was the ultimate sign of shame in that culture.
The challenge for you has to be this. What does that profound lifelong obedience of the Son of God, from an animal's feeding trough all the way to a Roman cross, what does that demand of your allegiance and your ambition today?
Through your name, I will not fall. I won't depart. Your word is written on my heart. Faith, no matter what comes, I'm holding on. I'm holding on. Love that never will break. Your light in me. Your light in me. Yeah. Hands up to the heavens. Hearts are burning bright. Your love forever stronger. Hope will shine through the night. Oh, faith, no matter what comes, I'm holding